Skull friends, gather around. We'll be exploring the outer worlds today. Um, you'll have to forgive my.
Went with the normal difficulty, huh? That'd be my pick for a first playthrough. Nice to see someone with some sense around here for once.
Oh my god, a pulverizer. Oh my god, a pulverizer.
Oh, that's cool. You'll have to forgive me. Like my wife is not taking a nap today while I'm streaming. I'm pretty sure she's streaming too. So you're gonna hear her in the background because she is the loudest person I know. And I don't have the greatest mic yet, but I'm hoping to alleviate that problem very soon. I'm hoping to get rid of a payment, and that'll give me some extra money a month. But anyway, I have been absolutely horrible when it comes to streaming Hearthstone the last couple days. I have utterly failed. Between yesterday, I had to take care of some personal business because I got paid. I took up most of my morning, and then today I was doing a lot of editing and posting YouTube content. But I'm still learning things, so it takes me longer to do stuff like that. So I'm sorry for those who tune in to watch my Hearthstone streams. I will be back at it next week, next Monday. I promise. But anyway, we're gonna play some Outer Worlds right now, though. So we played some yesterday for about 7 hours. So let's continue where we left off. And you'll have to excuse me. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but I'm coughing a lot. So I will absolutely try to catch myself every time, but if I don't, I am so sorry. But the weather's got me feeling a little, I don't know, there's something in the air making me cough. Oh no, okay. So we left off, we found some notes saying where to find DeVries' house. So we're gonna do that. Unfortunately, I did accept the quest to help Spacers, or no, Auntie's choice. And decided to go with Minister Milver Street.
True. But I paid for those pictures to be playable.
But maybe, well, if we find her house and are able to get to her house, maybe we won't need to work with him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm of two minds right now, based on my, what I played yesterday. I either would really like to avoid working with any fucking corporations, and helping like the common folk, and focus more on helping people rather than putting more money in corporations' pockets. But at the same time, there is something worse out there, apparently. What the hell? The Protectorate or whatever. If I need to team up with corporations to target them, it's kind of like choosing the lesser of two evils, which I hate as well, but I might just be of the mind. Well, we're gonna focus on the worst issue at hand, and we'll deal with you later, kind of thing. You know, that's kind of where I'm leaning right now. But definitely not gonna be no fucking bootlicker. All right, let's go.
Still like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Ectoplasm.
But you know what?
Wait. Nope. Just taro excrement. Good.
What?
Heavens, Auntie, you scared the living daylights out of me. Shouldn't sneak up on a man like that. Good way to earn a bullet betwixt the eyes.
Like your hat.
You should be able to get out.
No. I need to put some points in the guns.
Remember that the Hathor base.
Guess I should apologize for all that hullabaloo before. Just mistook you for another unfleshly manifestation.
No,
Oh boy.
I was gonna say. Right. So we
Is that supposed to be some sort of come on? Only thing manifesting for me right now is boredom. I like with that.
Look, I know how it sounds, like I'm a few crabbles short of a hurt, but just hear me out. It all started the other night. Saw a personage leaving the greenhouse, late. Figured it for Emily, but when I asked her about it, she didn't know what I was talking about. Happened again the next night. Gave chase that time, but lost them hereabouts. I turned a corner and they'd up and vanished.
I forget who Emmeline was.
Oh, nice.
Few crabbles short of a herd. Personage in the greenhouse. I figured it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems a mite unlikely, don't you think? No one
No.
in Fairfield's going hungry. Why steal when they could just purchase food at Auntie's fair market prices? Oh, it's definitely an extra-normal entity of some kind. Simplest explanation.
Right.
So you went.
I've knocked on doors, peeped a few windows, respectfully, mind you. And I ain't spied anything more exciting than a chair. But then, a being of pure information probably wouldn't linger on this plane any longer than necessary. Too tiresome, would be my guess.
Being of pure information. Oh, so you're unbalanced. Explains a lot. I'm not gonna say that.
Well, maybe. I still don't know all the particulars yet. But it's one theory.
Got blown up by a bounty hunter. They ran it.
I'll help, but only to prove nothing strange is happening.
I certainly
here.
won't say no to having a fresh set of lamps on the scene. Just be careful. Hate to see you disappeared like that foodstuffs.
See what the vendor has. Not like I have any money. Sorry. Yeah. Excuse me. Sprat crisps. Mmm, tasty. Excuse me. Oh man. Now I'm hiccuping too. Hack 3, huh? Or scrap of paper. Oh wait, there was something, right? Messages? Ah. Cellar would be much use when I first moved into this house. Imagining a natural disaster or some unlawful uprising occurring in Fairfield, of all places, seemed absurd. Now we are at war, and I have even heard it rumored that the invaders will attack Paradise Island. Should the worst come to pass, my resolve will not waver. I will, of course, answer duty's call and repel these fiends by any means necessary, but having somewhere safe to fall back to could prove valuable. Administrator code. Twice this week I've put the wrong code and locked myself out of the terminal. If it happens a third time, I suspect I'll be recommended for mental refreshment due to insufficient recollection. I'm still appalled by this mental refreshment. Anyway, given how scattered I felt, maybe that would be for the best. I keep waiting for the Sovereign to call me up to combat the invaders, but no, I have orders to remain here in Fairfield. No matter, I must remain vigilant. Perhaps I'll write the code down and pin it to the refrigerator or some such until I've properly memorized it. It's not as though I entertain visitors. Okay.
Hang on. I have a AMD Ryzen 9.
So there's a cellar somewhere around here.
Because last week I was fucking 50 ranked in the contestant
What's that?
against other states.
Mock apple.
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning consumer.
Actually, this week has been absolutely bad.
Oh, nice. Biomass grenade. Damn, I don't think there is another way into that. At least not from an obvious point of entry. The hell is this? Like a mechanical horse thing?
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
They're still like gaming laptop versus gaming.
Well, there's a cellar around here somewhere. I gotta find it, I guess. Maybe it's not even around this house.
The only other thing I can do is mine. Only fucking people.
Maybe there's a map that'll show me. Oh, I bet the cellar is at the greenhouse, maybe.
Yeah, I've had all of them. I'm 51 years old. I've had fucking God damn. Shot in the back again. Jesus fucking Christ.
It really seems like it's in this area, though.
Well, I'm doing it right now.
Based on the map. I really do try to figure stuff out for myself before I... There's no hatch or nothing in here, like no...
Garbage.
Now how the hell do I enter the cellar? Where is it? The opening.
I feel like right now I can.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Now I can get on this computer. Administrator controls. Unseal cellar. Nice. Now I just gotta find the entrance to the damn thing.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it. Knew that was the entrance. Alright, saving.
I suppose it was only a matter of time until we were discovered.
Get off because
Though what an
you want us
odd
test
thing to
it,
die
you
for.
just make the damn
Apples.
goddamn fucking play over. I can't test it in this condition. For fuck's sake.
Dumb question, but none of you can operate or anything weird like that, right?
I forget. You invaders are not raised on the same diet of knowledge as we in the Protectorate. How small your uneducated mind must be. Trapped
Hey,
in wordless
not me.
superstition.
I was just asking for a friend.
Perhaps you should have brought that friend with you. It was unwise to come alone. Of course, I know why you're really here. You have come to exact retribution for our larceny at your greenhouse.
Why would you ransack the greenhouse?
The greenhouse's stolen bounty offered a healthy alternative to gorging ourselves on that vending machine poison. Alas, I was spotted on 1 or 2 forays. Starving? Hardly. We have greater stores of strength than you suppose. This hunger is a momentary distraction, nothing more. If you are conniving for some concession of weakness, you will be a long time waiting.
Thought I saw you disappear in here. Oh. Seems I've stumbled into quite the shindig. You lot been hiding out in here all this time? Touch cramped, ain't it? You've got me there. Nothing enigmatical about a trio of Protectorate stowaways.
The more I listen to you invaders blathering, the more convinced I become of the need to rid our fair island of your wretched stupidity by any means necessary.
Not very copacetic, are you folks?
If this exchange is not to your liking, I can accommodate you with a bullet instead.
All right. Yeah, I think they're beyond hope here. Let's just attack them. Get a speech attack.
You won't speak thus to me when your lungs are filling with blood.
You order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Guess I had this mystery all wrong.
This is a
Small
freaking
part of me was
grenade.
hoping... Nah, never mind. It's downright foolish.
I'm already standing here. Spit it out.
I lost a friend in the invasion. A good friend. Thought maybe all this was her trying to send me a message of some kind. Like I said, foolish.
Not at all. It's difficult to lose people you care about. We all grieve differently.
I appreciate that. Never really talked about the direction of my thoughts on this topic with no one before. Wow, it's like I'm lighter. Thank you for everything. Truly.
That's all right. I'm used to it. Hey,
Cool.
have a good one, man. Yeah. Fix this fucking shit. He's been a regular for days. He's never what? Yeah, right.
Well, too bad it had to come down to violence, but I think they were beyond redemption, beyond hope.
But he can't hide his British accent.
I think I'm just gonna sell my junk for now.
Wow, bro. I'm fucking not even doing anything. It's not even worth playing.
Okay.
Now y'all try.
Oh, there's still schemes of the secret smugglers. Ah, the security officer. This is that the greenhouse upstairs is involved in criminal activity. Yeah, maybe we can get. Maybe it might be connected to what we just did. Alright. Yeah, let's go do that. It's like those guys dropped apples along the way. everywhere. Alright, let's save. Another apple. Alright, Emmeline, you have
I'm
some
simply not
explaining to
credulous
do.
enough to accept this is where I've ended up. Doing the work of at least 3 lackeys. Or a full half-dozen automechs, all by my lonesome. I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation.
No,
Please
you're
visit
cute.
the various consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment. I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here. Breaking my back, trying to buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work?
You have an interesting use of the word law here. Like, I get the lamps for eyes and stuff like that, but not really. I don't get the law thing. Maybe it's sort of like saying God the bits. And here apparently the law is God. So maybe that's kind of what they're getting at here. Okay. Security thinks that you're up to more than growing plants. Care to tell me what's going on?
Really? Feel you're entitled to that information, do you?
No. Figure it doesn't hurt to ask.
It doesn't? I know a slew of folks missing pieces of themselves who disagree. All because they weren't bright enough to mind their own business when they clearly should have. Quite the setup, ain't it? Before we took Fairfield, Auntie's Choice didn't have anything like this. Every kind of plant we've got was made to thrive in a chemical vat. But the Protectorate grows all their greens the old-fashioned way, with water and soil and actual fertilizer. I can't decide if it's adorably quaint or just plain daft. Then again, they all only have one job, so they have the time to indulge in all those sorts of archaic whimsies. Damn
Nothing
lucky
wrong with it.
Crabble copulators.
Don't even fucking log in. Like, it's so waste of your fucking...
Research mostly. Some wholesale. And as the base for some small batch, highly exclusive, limited edition retail runs. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature.
all the time.
Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.00033427% of net after development, testing, packaging, advertising, and distribution costs. So you know, this is a pretty big deal for me.
You cannot play FPS. I don't know if you can even buy and have
Really? Feel you're entitled to that information, do you? Because all these plants were unknown inside Auntie's Choice. And there's a good chance we can make something of them. Though I expect word any day that the big brains in R&D will have tweaked and twisted these plants so they're better than nature. Then we push the new product on the market. And my contract says I get 0.00033427% of net after development. Well, I've got a lot left to do and not much time left to do it in, so you can show yourself out.
Actually, I think I'll have a look around. Since you're not telling me anything.
melee the fucking. There's literally someone in the police station hiding somewhere, playing sad violin. That's how bad.
Really doesn't seem to have much going on
X-Rocker was just online for 3
in here other than plants.
hangar. And he said, no, fuck this. That's how bad.
Hmm.
Yeah. God. Better system. When this, whatever they're doing is ruining.
Okay, well. Don't really look like anything up there I can interact with.
So many rumors flying around about the rifts. The lab codes can't figure them out. Some people worship them. They're becoming unstable. What if they swallow us up?
Rifts are no cause for concern. They're simply part of the paradigm.
You say that about everything. You can be honest with me. Tell me how you really feel.
The rifts,
Say no more. I get it. I'm scared too. Yes?
Is everything supposed to be so
There's
sweet?
somebody that is going to have you dead.
How big is the search area here? Oh, pretty big.
Yeah, I got nothing else to do with my life. So. I got no other games that I play because I'm the kind of person. If I start playing another game, I'll get mad. That's just the way I am. But I'm just gonna keep bashing my head. Everything is fucked. Okay, at least you're honest.
Ah, this is her personal terminal.
I've already heard the music you've been playing.
I've begun my work here, including taking over my predecessor's overseer role at the greenhouse. Unfortunately, it seems the Fairfield situation is even worse than we feared. That buffoon Caldwell apparently felt receiving our inventory as aerial drops was too much effort, so he was having the pilots set their asses down the old Protectorate landing pad, after which he moved the goods in the middle of the day, apparently expecting that everyone would just ignore their little shenanigans, no matter how much of a ruckus they caused. I read something about this yesterday at like the police station.
It is so bad.
On their
It's
terminal.
going through, like, so fucked up.
I considered paying a visit to Caldwell's cell in the old constable's office. So I have to ask him why he could possibly be that hole-headed. There's no answer. He probably... You know what? Maybe I'll pay him a visit myself. Because I did see him in the cell, but I couldn't talk to him yet. Maybe I can now. Let's see. He's certain we knew rushing unsalted agents into position was risky. There's so much profit to be made on this damnable moon that we just had to try. Still never in our wildest did we conjure these claws burying themselves in crop. To the obvious smuggling, they've been run up on dozens of related crimes. Shrinkage and anti-monopolistic pricing. Still, at least they're all accounted for. Unfortunately, some of the charges against him seem a bit weak. Twice back on track. Plan to solve. Nice move. I've finished gathering all the intel information on our troublemakers, gift wrapped a lot of it, and left it atop the local compliance adjuster's terminal. Given the incredible financial windfall, I expect he'll deliver our promotions. Okay. Well, she wouldn't tell me anything, but her terminal sure did. So we'll take it. And I stole some of her shit. Forced flow. Oop. Crab Witch. Okay. Ooh, another one of those. Stealing pays off in games like this, guys. I'm telling you. If you can get away with it, do it. You can still be a good person. Private locker key. Wonder where I can get that. To the Milver House's house. Outreach programs. Other contemplations. Yeah, I'm pretty sure law means God in this game. Because it fits. I hope to God this is not the case. Okay, but it's law. Oh, but my age is catching up with me. I know that. Halted assimilation? Well, unfortunately, his terminal didn't give me any information where I can find his locker key. I bet you it's on his fucking person. You have to pickpocket it.
This Merman character here, is he some kind of awkward deity?
No, just sort of a mascot.
I see. So, Is it Auntie that you give your undying and unquestioning loyalty to, then?
Not exactly. I mean, Auntie is cunning and bold. I don't have a single bad thing to say about her. At least not out here in public. You know what I mean?
Right? Oops. The entrance is over there.
You're back. Why?
Major terminal. No, you're involved in a lot more than just like the greenhouse.
You read my terminal? How embarrassing. The compliance adjusters broke the door lock when they arrested my predecessor, and I haven't gotten around to fixing it yet. Not that I thought anyone had come snooping. I'd made careful arrangements to tie up everyone's loose ends. Everyone except you, it seems. So, why are you so interested in my other work? You're not part of compliance.
Let's just say I'm naturally curious.
Assertive, ambitious, and aggressively self-deterministic? A go-getter who's not afraid of getting into the muck if there might be profit in it? You know, I've been looking for some backfills with the kind of cleverness usually only found on the seedy lower decks of the claim. Feel like making a few bits?
What is the claim?
It's Auntie's flagship, where all the best movers, shakers, and up-and-coming ne'er-do-wells hone their killer instincts. Work for me and you may see it someday. Interested?
Depends on the job. What are you offering?
I'm part of Sub Rosa. We're a group of merchants, information brokers, and commodity traders who deal outside the systems most folk are confined by. We're the best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? We've got someone to do it for you.
Yeah, smugglers, yeah. Yeah, that's true. People we work with too get caught and arrested. And merchants, information brokers, and money. The black market, huh?
Puh, they were rubes, nitwits, dolts so lacking in faculties that they couldn't handle the minuscule, and by that I mean damn tiny, amount of discretion this job requires. They had to be dealt with so we could all get back to work. And now that I'm here, things will be running right smoothly. So, long as your brain pan's filled with more than a half-dead sprat spinning on a rusty wheel, I absolutely guarantee this is a no-risk venture.
I'm not afraid of an empty, and alright, thank you.
Isn't that just wonderful? I had no suspicion when you walked through my door that you'd help resolve the last of the morass Paradise Island has become for us. And all we need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardos's terminal and scrub any Spectrum vodka from her ledgers. It's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. Expunge it, and I get you some bits, and the friendship of Sub Rosa all over the system. You get me?
So, why should I care about Severus's friendship?
Because we are the black market in Arcadia. Odds are, at some point, you're going to need something you just can't get legally. Then you'll be thrilled we're associated. Sub Rosa feeds that appetite to not just survive, but to thrive. and that's taking all of us places. We're more than simple opportunists. We are opportunistically driven. Trust me, for both short-term benefits and long-term prospects, you want to be our friend. It'll probably be nothing. She's just a sergeant, not someone who has any real pull. And I've already made arrangements with everyone who matters. So, if she catches you, about the worst she can do is a switch on the wrist. And I'll be waiting here with your bits.
I'm not sure if I'm properly role-playing the background I chose, but how strictly do I obey the law? I mean, and what laws? I say I follow my own moral code. That's the law I follow. I'll set that as active. I think it already is. I don't think I've looked everywhere in these houses yet. Oh, hello. Wasn't expecting someone in here. Oh, he left. That's convenient.
Juliana. Oh, my Juliana. Even though I now rank among the Protectorate's foes, I hoped you would return to me. Every night I would sneak out of Fairfield, despite the danger, desperate to find you. Hoping you would see fit to join your wife. Yet no one has heard from you since you went to the Skycutter. Perhaps if I return to suffer the Protectorate's justice, I shall at least learn what became of you. And if you are gone, I hope I shall be executed. Then at least we shall be together.
What did I just pick up? Tasking hat. Not sure, but let's see. So you've just been liberated. What now? Auntie wants to help you acclimate to your wondrous new freedom. Oh, I've already read this. Somewhere else I read it. Alright. I'm a loot goblin, so Oh, this must be DeVries' house. Okay, cool. Appears to have been surgically removed and submerged in liquid inside this container. Obviously, an attempt to disable it. Fortunately, it was still producing a weak signal. See what your terminal has to say. Your last... I'm not really... I've learned who the Protectorate are, but I'm not really sure who the Order is. It's interesting I'm playing another game where there's another faction called, you know, the Order. How can you say you've never broken... So she's been talking to someone called Savannah Lockwood.
My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station, assigned to the lowly Information Input and Retrieval Department. Seems a colony so certain of its absolute control over its subjects can be less than rigorous when it comes to security. I was able to easily widen out a space behind the walls of the main control room to establish my safe room, giving me unfettered access to the communication transfer conduits. I have hacked into their system downstream from the security protocols, so I am able to infiltrate their entire system with them being none the wiser. While I have little doubt as to the success of our mission, trepidation still gnaws at me, though I cannot say why. Perhaps it is simply the normal mission commencement jitters. I thought my duties complete. Information gathered, reports filed, preparations made. I'd even created a fictitious identity and work transfer to Horizon Point Station well ahead of schedule, in order to keep anyone from tracking my movements upon commencing the mission. All that was left was the waiting. Or so I thought. Then, troubling information came to light. I've seen the numbers. I've seen the equations. While I don't understand all of it, I understand enough to know it is the truth. And I am the only one in a position to act upon it, though it means the betrayal of my team and the duty I swore to uphold. But can I? My cover story has worked. I am safely ensconced at the Vox station. Seems a colony so certain of its... I was able to... I have hacked in... Well, I have little doubt. I did it. They are all dead. And I am still alive. I had not expected this. I had prepared no alibi, and so felt assured my ruse would be discovered and I'd not have to carry this burden. But the complete gullibility of the Protectorate subjects cannot be underestimated, it seems. My threadbare excuse of my grievous wounds as pitchball injuries was accepted without question. I can only keep telling myself it had to be done. Something which becomes harder by the day as the rift anomaly grows in the sky. But it was all part of the plan. Wasn't it?
What exactly even is the plan?
I can't believe this. Void me if I understand any of this. DeVries sold us out for what? Because of a few equations? Some dots and lines on a graph? Good fucking Law. I mean, she wasn't a damn scientician. She said it herself. She didn't understand all of it, the math. So what was she thinking?
No idea. It's all a little strange to me.
How can you be so even-tempered about this? I know you didn't know her like I did. Like I thought I did, but she betrayed us. She killed our friends, Commander. Damn it! I never wanted to talk about this. I wanted to just leave it alone. Told myself, no point in dredging up the past. Should have known it wouldn't rest. DeVries may have saved me on Triangular, but I wasn't the only one looked up to her. Lots of the other recruits talked about her too, back at the academy.
What were people saying about her?
Y'all thought she was the pinnacle of what an agent should be. Tough, smart, any job she couldn't get done. And better and faster than everyone else. Inspired all of us.
Must have been after my time. Don't remember hearing her name before Horizon Point.
Reckon so. It's might embarrassing how much worship we all put on her name. You put a tool in my hand, I would have built monuments to her. Figured my own career could be just that. Doing for others what she done for me. Never imagined I'd actually get to work with her. Me, some nobody from Triangular. And then she betrayed us. Tried telling myself it was an accident, but now we've got the cold, hard proof it wasn't. Law only knows why she trusted the Order's numbers.
The Order? The ones that had a schism with the Protectorate? What exactly is the Order?
The Order of the Ascent is just another sect of the Order of Scientific Inquiry. The Grand Plan and all that used to be part of the Protectorate before their big falling out. Believe they can predict the future or some such, but nice plan-abiding folks don't kill for the betterment of their cause. I can't believe the Order plotted our murder. But 10 years ago, I would have said the same about DeVries. I mean, she always struck me as so pragmatic. Real sensible-like. Never figured she'd go all in on predictions from a bunch of monks.
DeVries saw us as expendable. It's that simple.
Maybe. She seemed tore up about the choice after the fact. Guilty.
Yeah?
Not sure if that makes me feel better or worse. I don't take issue with folks clinging to whatever keeps them afloat. Math, science, the grand architect, void, even capital. I know how most colonies run. But when those beliefs start to require hurting others, even killing them,
Exactly.
that's worth questioning their virtue.
Exactly. Couldn't agree more.
If only DeVries had shared in our good judgment, huh?
Whatever her plans, she started putting them in place while stationed undercover at the Vox Relay. Our next point of order ought to be getting in there. Reckon there's got to be someone on the island who can help us with that. Let's keep asking around.
Yeah.
Like.
What's his name? Help us get in there, but we have to work with Auntie. So she's part of the Protectorate, I guess. Order? Or, well, she was. Sounds like she's in with the Order now.
DeVries sure has some cheek putting the Earth Directorate symbol on her wall after everything she's done.
Indeed. What is the symbol? This one? Yeah, how you
Being
feeling?
this close to DeVries? Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Let's break down some stuff. Break down all junk. And I want to break that down. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, we'll break that down. Yep. And I'll keep that for now. I guess that's it for that. And let's see if I can make anything. Oh. Interesting. Nicotine is used to make an inhaler charge. I only have two, right? So let me,
Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure. Always have.
let's make a couple of those then. Alright, now I have 4. I don't think... Additional weapon slot, okay. Was that Krabby Patties? Of course. What's this place? Ethel Tinsley. Look at this critter.
Would pulverizing them suffice? No, I could liquefy them. Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius. Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled. You don't know? But I thought everyone in Fairfield knew of... Oh, right. I see what you're trying to do. This is top secret. We must speak in riddles to safeguard our findings, yes? Should I use code names too? The subterfuge is so exciting. Thank the law you knew to enforce protocol, lest I blabber corporate secrets to the wrong person. No, wait. You're not one of Auntie's choice.
Incorrect. I'm one of Auntie's elite troopers. It's good to know my disguise is working.
Oh, so you are one of the clandestine troopers they talk about in the serials. Incredible. Don't worry, your secret is safe with me. I am Ethel Tinsley, chimeric scientist. I'm responsible for taming this delightful raptidon here. He will protect our fair town from his feral brethren in the wilds. Theoretically. Officer Carr has been in a state waiting for me to train the raptidons to, maul on command. It's rather pressing, and alas, one scientist turned tamer can only do so much. One might say I'm perhaps a bit on edge. Folk here have grown weary, shall we say, with the war effort, and with avoiding Carr and the minister's would-be fisticuffs.
Oh, I'm well acquainted with Kara and Milver Street's antics.
If you two have spotted the chasm between them, I fear the Protectorate have already pinpointed the way with which to exploit it. I'm unused to the way things are done here, I suppose. The Protectorate leadership never behaved in such a manner.
I think it's pretty obvious why they don't see eye to eye. How would you know about that?
Well, because I was Protectorate.
Figured.
Once. I defected to Auntie's the second I could. But that's not the point of this conversation. Not when our leaders cannot reach an accord. One wishes to woo Protectorate subjects to our ranks. The other wishes to secure a decisive victory with weaponry and technology. As for which approach is best, I wish I knew. I see. I hope his spirits may be sustained. I have grown fond of the minister, but I cannot help but wonder if he fully understands how proud the Protectorate are. It takes great courage or desperation to acknowledge the wrongs of one's society, and even more to leave it entirely. He may find that courage to be rarer than he thinks, or perhaps he will manage to prove me wrong with his powers of persuasion yet again. How I would welcome it in this case. Very well. I ought to focus more on my work than on social tensions anyhow. Well, I was a subject once. Despite my talents, the plan dictated that I should be relegated to programming cleaning mechs. Bah. But then, Auntie's Choice came along and offered to transform our lives for the better. I chose to accept. And look where I am today. Over the last year, I have climbed the rungs of my division through the sheer merit of my work. I have finally earned the respect I was always due. Poor things. They either fought to the last or chose to flee. It's regrettable, but some folk just aren't ready to embrace change. All they knew was being told how to live. They couldn't imagine any other way. Ask any of the other Protectorate subjects who converted, and they'd echo my words. When one can allow their ambitions to show, that is true freedom.
So you believe in capitalism as a better way? I mean, it might be a better way than what the Protectorate does. I mean, that's pretty crazy that capitalism is the lesser of two evils here. That's pretty bad.
They did. I was in a dreadful state before the invasion. I fear I was close to disappearing myself. The Sovereign claims to provide for all of our needs. But without freedom and autonomy, I could not find happiness. In any case, I do hope I've satisfied your curiosity. The war effort and liberating the rest of the Protectorate waits for no one, you understand?
The problem is that the Protectorate makes no illusions. Like, they make it clear that you are not free to make your own choices and decisions, and you live your lives according to what they want you to do. At least they're honest and upfront about that. Which, don't get me wrong, it doesn't make them better, but I can see why comparatively you think that joining Auntie's Choice, you now are free and have autonomy and can do something for yourself. But you don't realize now that Auntie's Choice is just another yoke. It's just under the guise, under the illusion of freedom and choice and autonomy. It's not true freedom. And you don't realize that yet. But I suppose I will concede that it is far better than the alternative that you were living in. So, I understand. Maybe you do, but I don't think you see that you just traded one master for another. But if you're happier, I guess, for now. I digress. Tell me more about taming raptidons.
I work directly with Officer Carr and her soldiers to ensure they're outfitted with the best raptidon counterparts Paradise Island can provide. In theory, they'll be trusted to guard our most precious assets, including our leadership. For now, they deter encroachment from wild raptidons. It's most agreeable.
I'm writing this down. Outer Worlds. Two. Wait, is today the 31st? Oh, it is. Alright, 1 second. I gotta pay my freaking rent. What's half of? Okay. No, here, let me have a kind note. 13. Alright. That's done. Made my note. Okay. Officer Card and such best theory they'll be trusted to guard our most precious. Now it's most agreeable.
Oh dear. I rather hoped that Copernicus rolled off the tongue a sight better than designation C0P3R. I suppose I'll ensure he responds to both in any case.